Hey everybody. Uh, Recently, quite a lot of people have asked me about my journey in rural India, my experiences of being a social entrepreneur, and to share some of the stories that I have. I can assure you I have quite a few. But there is one that really comes to mind immediately, and I really wanted to share it here. So, for those who don't know, my name is Aubrey Kingley. I am an Anglo-Indian, and I work in a very rural village called Udaipur Gaon, located in the district of Khandwa in Madhya Pradesh. Not Udaipur, Rajasthan. It's called Udaipur Gaon. And this story kind of happened at about 2021. When the virus had hit its peak and it was starting its decline. And this is something I will always share and really comes to mind immediately when anybody tells me, share something from your experiences. So the story starts on the 12th of August 2021, and I get a call from the village. Kalidi calls me and she tells me, अली भैया कोई आया है बाहर से साबुन लेने के लिए. Now we don't give anybody soaps directly from the unit. They have to contact me because there was this thing there. People from around villages used to come, हमको दे दो, हमको दे दो, हमको दे दो. We don't do that whatsoever because we only make a limited quantity of soaps. So Kalidi hands over the phone to this lady, and the first line she tells me is, हमको साबुन दे दो. So I was taken aback thinking, whoa, okay. I do not get orders suddenly like this without any introduction and not knowing who I was talking to. And I said, okay, may I know who you are? So she said, I am from this government organization, let's say X, and we will take your work forward. So I said, no, you will not touch my work. It's not going to happen no matter what. And knowing their history, right, where the projects that they have touched, 90 to 95% of the projects actually fail in that particular area. I am not trying to say every area, in that area where I work with, where I work in. And one of the reasons being is, you see, a lot of rural projects fail is because they have a tap, it opens up, you have funds flowing, and once the tap closes, there are no funds coming, it's done. Very low sustainability index there, very, very low profitability and very, very low success rates. So there's something I'll talk to you in another video called sustainable break even. How long does it take for a unit to actually start being sustainable? So the women in the village also know their history, and they said, this is not going to happen. There's no way we're going to leave you with the amount of work you have done there. So I said, you know what? Not happening. So she abruptly ends the call, and nothing happens that evening. So now comes the next day. That's the 13th. So we were on lockdown, right? And I suddenly get this call saying, Lee आप आइए, आपका marketing कर लेंगे. Now again, no introduction, nothing. So I'm saying, like, who is that? कौन हो आप? And he says, I am the MLA such and such, and I want to see your unit and we will market your soaps. So I said, okay, wow, not bad. Let's go. So I meet him at the road. So I have my room in Pandhana, and the village is about 15 kilometers from where I stay. So I tell him, please carry on. I'll meet you at the village. So he carries on. I make sure I take two friends of mine. So we get on the bike, we push off. And when I get there, I see about 3 cars in front of the unit, but he's not there. The villagers were really angry with the situation in the village, no water, electricity problems, etc. So he heard all that, and then he took his time and he came. So he saw the unit, then he introduced me to 2 journalists.
हमारे गांव के लिए ये महिलाओं के लिए एक रोजगार का वो अवसर है, और ये साबुन जो है ना, ये आयुर्वेदिक साबुन है, इसमें बहुत सारी औषधि मिलाई जाती है और ये हमारी त्वचा के लिए अच्छा रहेगा.
And they asked me a lot of questions. There were many questions that he asked, and when I answered, it wasn't what I said that had come out. I told them there is no NGO. I had bootstrapped it, nothing on that. Us running from pillar to post, getting a unit, nothing on that. We going from collector to collector, SDM to SDM, nothing on that. Uh, so this writing had come up talking about the work, saying that they're an SSG working. We don't work with SSGs as of now. Reason being is that we've seen problems with SSGs in our place, right? And when small, we want to have a small group and then it should grow. So we had kind of 3 women working at that time. And we said that these women are the ones who are pushing it forward, nobody else. And they're fighting for it along with me. So the video happens, everything happens. And at the end, he looks at the didis and tells them, "Aapko kitna chahiye?" Before they can reply, they said, 10,000, hum de denge har didi ko 10,000. We'll give you 10,000, 10,000. How much? You want 10,000, take it. You want 10,000, take it. I'm like, okay, whoa, hold on. What? नहीं, हम दे देंगे, कोई बात नहीं. He looks at the journalist, I think, हम दे देंगे उसको. P.S. Not a rupee came in to the didis, right? Nor did we get a penny from them. No support, nothing, right? Because it sounds nice. Got into the car and left. Now, on the 14th of August at about 8 o'clock, I get a call from Kalidi telling me, "Will you be coming?" So I'm a little shocked and asking them, "Where will I be going? When am I going? I have no idea what you're talking about." She said that they were called to Khandwa where they would be given a certificate for their hard work, a Praman Patra. And really happy, but I said that, you know what, I'm so proud of you guys, but I have no idea, nobody has invited me. So she said that X had told them to come. So I said, you know what, I'll see you at the Janpat tomorrow before you head out to Khandwa. The Janpat is in Pandhana. So early in the morning, by about 6, I called Nitesh, my bamboo guy, and I told him about the situation, and he said, you know what, chalte hain, dikhte kya hoga. Let's go, let's see what happens. So I get that about 6:15 in the 6:10, 6:15 in the morning, and X was there, really irritated and angry of why I had come. Aap kyun aaye ho? I said, that's our work. We have started it. So I want to see the didis getting that certificate. Luckily, there was also another journalist who hadn't come the previous day. And he said, "Li bhaiya, hum aapko bahut dekhe hain, ab chalte hue, kabhi kabhi gaadi nahi tha." And he went on this, trying to praise me and stuff, and laughed it off. And she started glaring at him, and then he kept quiet. So we go to Khandwa. They in their car, we following, and we reach there. The event happens. Mind you, she didn't want me to talk to the didis when they were there next to the podium. So I made sure I just had a little distance. I wanted to talk to Tarati because she was not very well. I wanted to ask her how she was. And the whole event happened, took pictures, and I left. And they all returned to Khandwa. So I assumed they would be sent back in the car, but they were told to return back on their own. So I met them in the bus and I asked them what happened. So it turns out when they were sitting in the car, the lady was in front, the driver, Kalidi at the back, Rekha Di, and Bhagwati Di was there at the back. And because I told Bhagwati Di, you will go with them. I want you to be there with her, both of them. So she immediately turns back with the phone in hand, recording, saying that ये काम बोलो, ये काम मैंने शुरू किया है, बोलो मैंने किया है. So she says that भगवती दी said that नहीं, आपने तो नहीं किया है, इली भैया ने किया है, आप तो कभी आए ही नहीं बोलोगे आप, ये सब नहीं बोलोगे. You're not going to tell them that. If you don't say that I have started it, this is the X, then I promise you I will go to another village, open another soap unit, and make sure that you will not come near it and you will not work with us or have any future plans with us. So they said, okay, don't do that, but we will not lie. Why should we lie? No, how can you say this? I am recording you. Tell them that there. I said, madam, we have not done it. You have not done anything. Why should we lie? So she was really, really angry throughout the whole journey. And then no wonder she was really angry there next to the podium. And they got their certificates. And Then the lady turned to them and said, you know what, you watch what I do. I will start something and you will not work there whatsoever. I said, ठीक है मैम, आपको जो करना है कीजिए. Because they know, right, the situation of how things work there. And they said, जाना है आप जाओ, गाड़ी नहीं भेज रहे, we're not giving you the car, please leave on your own, your money. So I said that I will fund you on that, don't worry, that's hardly anything, don't worry on that, you come back, you're safe, you got a certificate, be happy. So one of the reasons then was told to me was, you see, by showing these projects, X and those affiliated get a lot of money by showing that, right? Maybe 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs. And people like us, we don't get anything whatsoever from there, right? It's our work that is shown, that they show successful. I vowed, you know what, I will always try to fight against these guys, because I have seen firsthand the time taken. I've seen firsthand when the funds are not coming in, how things languish. And that is why the statement comes, लोग आते हैं बाहर से, फोटो खींचते हैं, निकल जाते हैं. People come from outside, take pictures, show that they have done something and leave. Now, that is where we have a problem. And now you have got this mentality is, oh, you're bringing cash? Okay, then we'll work. Otherwise, no, we're not going to do this. It's only short-term gains, no long-term gains. So I'll make a few more videos soon talking about sustainability break-even, SBE, why it should be followed, how rural India is obviously a powerhouse when it comes to following the SDG goals, sustainability development goals, and how we can keep on improving. Because keep in mind, right, it's very easy to give advice. Trust me, I've actually made a chart telling people we are closed. This year we don't take any more advice. We are close to taking advice to the end of the year. But when it comes to support, you're not going to get any. Right? We've had people who think they know too much without working a day there. Right? And there are problems. But at the end of the day, we have to keep moving forward. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I'll put on more stories moving forward about the way we got our building, right? That's another fun one. And if you have any questions, please message me. Do follow us at Kingly Experience 2018. I'll put the details below. Visit our website, check out our soaps. And have a great day. See you.